Okay, friends, now almost 1 month have passed since we took our last class. In between, one of our students invited me to a sanctuary, bird sanctuary, that wildlife sanctuary. When we were there, it happens to be a tiger sanctuary also. So we have been driving around like many people do that there, 4 to 5 hours in the morning, 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon. One evening, everybody was excited that the tiger is sighted and chances are it will pass in a particular place. So our driver was too smart. He has been there working for 25 years. So he took us around everywhere, around 4:35, he comes back and stays in one place. And he said, most probably it will pass here only. I said, okay, let's stop here and see, because we have already seen so many beautiful things. And just the day before we had just a glimpse of another tiger. But today is going to be, they say, surely he'll pass, and this is like a valley. So huge, like an amphitheater. And hundreds of deer, they are grazing there. So in case the tiger comes out of the forest, there is no question of he hiding. We shall see it absolute in total clarity. Very excited. We are sitting down there enjoying, and we said, okay, if the one person asked me, Swamiji, will the tiger come? I said, if he is lucky to have a darshan of us, he will come. Or else we will have his darshan. Doesn't matter. You can't believe. In 15 to 20 minutes time, suddenly our guide who was saying, hey, tiger. Where? Then he said, look left. We looked at, oh God. Right from the depth of the forest, he is walking into that valley. Hundreds of deers are there. And as he is by the real, that is the biggest tiger in that particular zone, in that sanctuary. Majestic. He enters into like that amphitheater. And we are like in ours is a flagship car, first car. So nobody in front of us, nobody into left side or right side, right on flag position. Couldn't believe it. Looking, coming. Videos we are taking, some people are taking also, amongst us also there are somebody. What an entry. It was fulfilling. And then it started crossing, because there are suddenly too many cars came. He went ahead. To cross the road, that took another 5 minutes. So it was like a filled up. Tiger. Super. Now friends, I have told you. What did you get? You will be visualizing a picture, but you will not have the excitement that we had. You will not know the amphitheater, huge open space, hundreds of the deers, and the deers were making frightening noise. Oh, everybody. And then some were standing nearby them, so everybody started running away. It was amazing. What did you get? You just heard. You might have imagined a picture inside your head, but you will never ever get that excitement that we had, because unless you are there, you will not see it. Very simple. Or somebody, I suppose I send you just a picture, a still picture, not a video picture, just a still picture. Then you shall see that picture also. We all might have seen hundreds of such still pictures or even a video. Do you remember it for life? But if you have seen it once, unforgettable for the rest of your life. Just see the difference. A picture, 1,000 pictures seen will not be remembered. You have seen 1,000 pictures of owl, 1,000 pictures of tigers, 1,000 pictures of jumping whale, thousands of pictures of so many different wildlife, or any picture for that matter. Even the picture of the celebrity, a king or a prime minister, a president, something what you consider as a very, very important animal species. Think of it. You will never forget. But if you see their pictures every day in the newspaper, this and that, you think you have seen, but you have not really seen it. Are you getting that? Exactly in the same way, Atmayan, self-knowledge. All the Vedas, Upanishads, Siddhi Granthas, the Bhashyas, the commentaries, writings of hundreds and thousands of people, lovely word pictures. As when you can't remember the pictures of the tiger or pictures of the pictures, if you have not seen the original, those pictures will be fading, coming back, fading, you will be going on adding to that and it will coming back and fading. Whereas if you have seen the original, you have seen the person, you have seen the whale, you have seen the tiger, you have seen in your own eyes, unforgettable. You can never ever forget. So ask yourself, friends, listening to for so many years, reading so many years, are you familiar with the word pictures? Familiar with every word? Nainam chindanti sastrani, nainam dahati pavaga, na chainam kledanti apana, sosayati maruta, achadyoyam, adayohem, makladdi, asosyevacha. Any learned scholar can repeat. Any child, if you ask him to repeat, and some children are very precocious, they can repeat the Bhagavad Gita from Dharmakshetra to the last one. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara. Complete, not only that way, backward front, frontward back. Tell the first name, boom, the question will come. Brilliant children are there. Wonderful people with wonderful memories can do that. Question is, have they seen? Have you been introduced to yourself as you are? Are you aware of yourself as you are? If you have seen it, if you are aware of it, unforgettable. If you are forgetting yourself, you are yet to see and be with it. Words can be forgotten. Pictures can be forgotten. What you have seen, heard, in your own eyes, with your own ears, you can never forget. Same thing in your own mind. Manasa eva anudrashtabhyam, nehana nasti kinchana. By mind alone it has to be seen. Yourself, you have to see, be within yourself. Which is not a word, which is not a picture. Asaddam, asparsham, arupam, arasam, agandham is not a sound to be heard. It's not a touch to be touched. It's not a sight to be seen. It's not a taste to be tasted. It's not a smell to be smelled. All that is known, it is not. See that. If it is heard, like a sound, imagine this is a sound like a jingling bell. It's a visualization. It's a sensation of touch, like a taste, peculiar smell, fragrance, divine fragrance. No, none of these things. That, whatever that something or somebody that is known is not the truth. That by which you are aware. Eyes see all the flowers, but eyes are not the flowers. Ears hear all the sound, but ear is not a sound. Your tongue tastes everything, but tongue is not a taste. Through your nose you smell everything, but the nose, no smell. All that you perceive, see, hear, taste, touch, smell physically end up being memories, smriti, thoughts. Those thoughts are not seen, heard, tasted, touched, or smelt. All your thoughts are known. You are aware. That is why Kenopanishad gives you the ultimate. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi na idam yad idam iti upasate. Take that little line and see the truth of it. You can be very familiar with that line, but have you seen the truth of it? Are you the truth of it? Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi na idam yad idam iti upasate. The rishis declare. Understand, tad brahma, yourself, the awareness, is that which cannot be subject to objectification. Na idam. Anything that can be told as idam, this flower, this sun, this moon, this earth, this universe, this flower, this body, this eyes, this eye, this ear, this thought, everything that can be objectified as this, na idam. It is not the truth. Yad idam iti upasate. Anything that can be meditated upon, seen as this, is not the truth. With your eyes, all the forms are this, but the eyes are not this. Eyes are the subject, just relatively. All the thoughts are this. This thought comes and goes, that thought comes and goes. But that by which you are aware. You want to give it a name? You can't give a name of the world around. Hibiscus, jasmine, water bottle, space, air. No, none of these things. It's not the objects of the world. It's yourself. A new name the Shastra has given. Call it Atma, call it Brahma, call it Chetana, Chaitanya, Ishvara, anything you like. But it is in yourself. Tad Brahma Tvameva. You are that. In whose presence all thoughts are seen, all perceptions you are aware of. The perceived creation is objectified. That's something. That's not a word, that's not a name, that's not a thought. You are that. If you are familiar with the descriptions about it, asabdam, asparsham, arupam, arasam, the descriptions are not the described. Nama is not the nami. The name is not the object that is named. If you are aware, if you seen it, can you ever forget it? Words can be forgotten. That is why, while taking classes, you say, oh, what is that Upanishad said? What is that Gita said? What is that Swami said? What is that person said? What is that? It is not coming, not coming. So, a thought is not coming. The truth is gone. Everything else will come and go, like space. Clouds come, clouds go. Like silence, sounds come, sound go. Consciousness, Chaitana, Chidambara, the space of consciousness. Thoughts come, thoughts go. To who you are is always the same. You cannot forget it. Unforgettable. Yadgyatva punarmoham evam yasyasi Pandava. What a language is. Bhagavan says, Hey Pandava, Hey Arjuna, Yadgyatva, knowing which, being aware of which, na punarmoham yasyasi. You shall never ever again be deluded. Impossible. If you are deluded, you don't know it. Listen carefully. It is not for self-condemnation. I don't know it. No. What you know, you may not know. Listen, the flower is seen. It may not be seen again, but your eyes are there, relatively. But eyes are also sometimes seen. Closed your eyes, the eyes are dysfunctional. But you are conscious. Are your eyes closed? Yes. How do you know? I know. What do you know? My eyes are closed. Can you see with your eyes? I do see. How do you know? I know. What do you know? My eyes see. That is why Kenopanishad will say, Chakshusha chakshu, Srotrasya srotram, Manaso manoyate. That is the eye of the eyes. Eyes see, I see. Eyes do not see, still aware, consciousness. That is why Jnana chakshu, Chaitana. How can you forget that? Upanishads are out of the universe. Vijñātara marekena vijaniyat. Having seen it, listen logic, the Madhistha, Swamiji, I know, I hear, I understand, but how to know it? Oh, he thinks he has asked a very important question. But how to know it? What is it? How to know it? Knowing is natural. Think, friends. To know, to be conscious, what should we do? A child knows, conscious. Knows don't mean knowing the knowledges, don't confuse that English word. Aware. To be conscious, to be Chaitana, to be conscious. Already knowing, the day you are born, you are conscious. You may be born blind, your eye is not functioning. They will not worry you. You are blind born, they will not worry you. You are born deaf, they will not worry you. You are born handicapped, they will not worry you. But if you are born unconscious, they will worry you. So what keeps you alive? Keeps you alive, if I say a question, your breathing also keeps the body alive. But what makes you conscious? You breathe, you are conscious. You are unconscious, the breathing also goes on, because the breathing is going on. You can hold your breath, consciousness will not go away. You may touch, may not touch. You may lose your sense of touch. COVID time. No taste, no smell. Were you dead? Nobody worried you. Listen things. Who can ever forget the knower? I don't know, Swamiji. How do you know? I know. What do you know? I don't know. Yes. Relative knowledge and ignorance is you see, don't see. Hear, don't hear. But how do you know? I know what? I see. I know. I don't see. Are you aware of the Himalayas? Yes. Who is telling yes? With the Himalayan picture. He has seen Himalayas, so Himalayan picture comes in his head. Yes, I know Himalayas. Other person who has not seen, have you seen Himalayas? No. He is miserable because in one person's head thought is there, other person's head thought is not there. That is a classroom, you can see that. 4 5s are the children who know 20. The other fellow doesn't know 4 5s are because he never understood what it is. So, why is he looking at here? Because the right answer is not coming. How does the person know it's 20? the thought came 20. Conscious. Why the person is being miserable? The thought is not coming. The thoughts may come, thoughts may not come, but are you becoming unconscious, unaware? Never. This knowledge is so simple. That is why Bhagavan says it. I am talking. Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam, Pratyaksham, Avagamyam, Dharmyam. Hey Arjuna, Susukham Gartum, Rumba easy. Sukham, easy. Susukham. What else Bhagavan can say? No other knowledge is easy. Physics, chemistry, mathematics, headache. Somebody says, this God never fails. Name the God which one you like. I don't want to get into that nonsense. Then this fellow said that I had been to one medical college. So he said, Swami, people say God never fails. That is because he never appeared MCH exams. MCH, everybody doesn't get it. Chartered account, he has never tried chartered accountancy. That is why you say he never fails. I mean, joke out of it. In a sense, think, friends. Yes, why do you say God never fails? Because God is not a thing, a person. Sarvata pani padam da sarvatokshi shiromukham sarvata shutimalloke sarvam avrutya tishtati. That is pervading all over. In whose presence everything is seen, heard, tasted, touched, smelt. It is present in every person. In whose presence the presence of a thought is known. So you proud, I know. I can quote the book from this side to that side. I don't know anything, I am dead, mandu. No thought comes. The fellow who says he doesn't know, knows that he doesn't know. The person who says knows, he knows. With thoughts come, thoughts go. But if thoughts go away, you don't go away. Thoughts don't come, you are still there. So you can never say that I don't know. You can say, I don't know an object. Are you getting that point, please? In the world, everything you can't see, can't hear, can't taste, can't touch, can't smell. That's why somebody is very proud. See, have you seen Himalayas? Then you can ask him, have you seen my village? No, I am not gone to my village. I have not gone to Himalaya either. Why are you so proud? Are you getting that point, please? This is where comes the comparison and competition in the relative world. So everybody thinks, I'm a PhD. Very proud. Other place, I'm also a PhD. Passed high school with difficulty. You understand? Two different people. Useless. Uneducated. So what? Not that therefore I'm telling that ignorance is a great thing. No, sir. Know about the creation. But the most important thing is know about yourself. Getting to know the words, by being familiar with the description is not the truth. Like, you can see thousands of pictures of a tiger, but nothing like seeing a live tiger in the forest. You can read geography. Somebody has been world geography, the whole thing has read. Another person has gone, even few places in India. He is more smarter than this fellow. Because he has got a pustakasta tuja vidya. The knowledge which is in the book, parahastam gatam dhanam, the wealth which is your wealth, but somebody has borrowed it and taken it, parahastam gatam dhanam. Karya kale samutpanne, na tad vidya, na sa vidya, na tad dhanam. When the time comes, neither the knowledge is knowledge, nor the wealth is wealth. Because it is in the book, it's not in your head. It's in somebody's hand, it's not with you. So all the informations, you hold the book and hit the book on the table and do anything you like, sir. Are you aware? He doesn't say, but what do? You are stuck with a role. I'm a believer, I'm a non-believer, I'm educated, I'm uneducated, I'm a scholar, I'm not a scholar, I know this, I've studied. We are not interested in what you have studied or not studied. Understand that dimension. Because many people get lost in that, totally lost in that. Books after books, that is Shastra itself says, Shastrecha, Putrecha, Lokecha, these vasanas. Those type of your obsession with being familiar with one after another book, one after another language, one after another logic, one after... You can do that. But that shall be never ending, and the person will know the truth. One who is aware of himself, he has as well studied all the books, done all the sadhanas, done every type of austerities, have done every indulgence, because he is the source, the one on which the whole universe depends. That is reality. So, see that, friends. When I saw that tiger there, I said, wow, what an example for this class. Same thing also. We watch Olympics, 100-meter dash, marathon, 45 miles to go, cover. Watching it, how much muscle you develop. Watching the other guys running, watching the world-class athletes performing, how much health you get? Zero. Rather watching it, with what is that? Potato chips? Beer in hand, this nonsense in hand. So when they go back healthy and rich, you come back bigger and unhealthier, right? Watching the Olympics, nobody becomes an athlete. Visiting a hospital, nobody is cured. Walking to the library, nobody has got the knowledge. Understand? Listening to music, you don't become a musician or you get the music sense. Listen carefully, friends. Depends how much you have internalized. Did you walk 1 kilometer? That is more beneficial than watching 1,000 races, this record-setting walking and all that nonsense. You can do that. Think for yourself. You know all the names of the medicines, but you are totally sick. By watching a game, nobody gets exercise. You have to do that. So, Swamiji, every day I see yoga. Right? I see morning, 1.5 hours, this man does, this world famous or world notorious, it doesn't matter. They are doing these fancy postures, I see it every day. So raise your hand, spondylitis. That is what is that? Frozen shoulder. Beautiful. You do it. Listening to scriptures, nothing will happen unless you have internalized and looked at it. You have heard everything. You have read everything. Familiar with every word. Even before a speaker opens that Atma, I have heard. It's like that MGM symbol, MGM movies, right? In Hollywood movies, MGM movies. That is, what is that symbol? That big lion. When it comes up, it will roar the lion. So, what MGM? Don't worry about it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So sweet. MGM, that movies, Hollywood movies. Then what happens? One day a person goes from a village. I can't tell the name which is all the original joke about some people. I don't want to do that. A villager had gone there. Then when he was there, his friend said, come, we'll see the movie. He goes there. Then he see this fellow comes up. Oh, I have seen this movie. He walks out. Same thing also. There are many people. The moment they listen to Brahman, Nanketa, I've heard. Panchakosha, I've heard. You have heard everything. Then what are you coming to hear again and again? Have you seen? Been with yourself. So that is what the teaching is. When you see, you show. How do you see you? How do you show it? How did you see it? When you listen to your teacher, you thought over it. Wow! let the person do that. We're just watching the yoga asanas, you don't become a yogi. Listening to the books, being familiar with the things, nothing will happen. Then you'll be forgetting sometimes. As a result, what will happen? You shall be telling, Sarvopadi vinirmukta, Sarvavasthani vivarjita. Beautiful, oh Amma, mother's name. Sarvopadi vinirmukta, you are free from all the upadhi. Sarva avastha vivarjita, you are free from waking, dream, deep sleep. So who is that? Mother. You? No. God is all pervasive. Does it mean anything to you? It's like telling, I know that guy in America, Australia, India, wherever it is. He is the topmost millionaire, the richest man in the world. How many rupees comes to your pocket? The fellow is the dollar billionaire. How much money comes into your pocket? Same way. Ishvara, sarvabhyapi, sarvagya, sarvashaktiman. What about you? He is always existing everywhere. How does it matter? What is to be known is, if he is sarvabhyapi, all pervasive, this fellow cannot stand apart. Are you getting the point? Understanding that. Something can be all pervasive if I am not included. Wisdom. Panchamahabhuta, everywhere, Jagat, universe. This is also Panchamahabhuta, included. As the part of the infinity, I cannot die. All pervasive. That must be seen. That is why we have been taking that topic which we have taken before the end of it. Immortality cleaning, I shall continue. Immortality clinic, we'll continue that topic. Please see how it is. Remind you, when you go to a health clinic, think, this is so sweet, so beautiful. You watch things like a story you listen and then take it to yourself. Oh, Swamiji was wonderful. And the book is fantastic. How does it matter to you? How does it matter to you? You must be wonderful. And you are wonderful. Not that the Shastra makes you wonderful. Understand? Earth is round not because book talks about it. Because Earth is round, geography book talks about it. Because of Newton, there is no power of gravity, theory of the gravity. Because there is gravity, it fell onto his head, he understood. But it is coconut falls into your head, you don't understand. That's a different thing altogether. But the person who discovers the gravity is not the creator of gravity. Understand these things. The book is not the authority. The sun is steady not because the book talks about it. God is all pervasive not because some book talks about it. That which is all pervasive, if you want to name it, choice is yours. But understand all pervasiveness. Oh, I don't know the word God. I know Ishvara. Fine. I don't know an Ishvara. I know Prabhu. Oh, that is also fine. I don't know this. I know Lord. Say, don't unnecessarily argue with lords. The names and names and names. If you argue this type of things with the people and waste your time, you are stupid. Recently, somebody sent me a nice story. You want to listen? You don't want? Okay, I will not tell. But I will tell. Simply, I am joking. There was one day in a forest, the tiger and the jackal, the fox, the jackal, they both were walking down. Story. And then they come across a beautiful meadow, lovely green meadow. Then this tiger says, hey, see that beautiful green grass, this meadow is so beautiful. Then the jackal says, that's not green, that's all blue. That blew the mind of the tiger. Tiger said, what nonsense are you talking? This is green. This is blue. Hoisho. The tiger got very angry. He said, let's go to lion, our king, he will decide. What is that fellow? Jackal said, yes, let's go to the king, he will decide. Whether it is blue or a blue meadow or it is a green meadow, they both went. They talked to the king. Lion was lying down and he listened to them. Then he told his bodyguards, let this jackal go. Put this tiger into the cave for 2 days. Punishment. Because that grass is blue. The tiger didn't know what to do. This lion is telling tiger is blue, grass is blue, and releasing the jackal and putting the tiger into the cave for 2 days. Then in the evening, a lion goes to the tiger. Tiger says, sir, how can you do that? He said, yes, I know this grass is green. Then how come you are telling blue and how come you released him? And why did you put me into the jail? It's because those people who argue with idiots, they are the stupidest. So that is why they are put into the jail. I know it is green, but for you to waste your time, you know it is green, the whole world knows it is green. For you to waste your time with that idiot, who is totally insane and he is talking nonsense, why are you arguing with him? Same way, friend, the one who sees the reality, dhiro etad vigyaya anyavacha vimunchatha. Having known it, unnecessary, don't waste your time with people who are argumentative. You can discuss. If the person is interested, but you don't have to try to convince somebody. If the person, the other day I had gone to some country somewhere, the person was telling, Swamiji, how can you say I am immortal? I said, I never said you are immortal. I never said that. He said, no, you are telling everybody is immortal. I said, everybody is immortal. Then I am included. I said, not, you are not included. Why? Because if you think you are mortal, you are comfortable with it. Am I an idiot to tell that you are immortal? Why should I make you uncomfortable? Are you comfortable with the idea of mortality? The person shut up and got out. Why should I argue with? Suppose somebody says, I am, life is misery, life is pain. Yes, sir, it is not so. You must understand yourself. I know. Thank you. You really know. Prostrations go. Because getting rid of idiots is very, very important. If you argue with them and waste your time, you are the person to be jailed. That's why the lion put him there. Anyway, friends, think please. So when the person knows about it, you will never forget it. And how it begins? Please, like a health clinic. Like this is why this knowledge, immortality clinic. What is a health clinic? Health clinic is where you go for health. You don't go for death. Do you go to a health clinic to die? You go to a health clinic for the health. Listen carefully, friends. You go there for the health. Looking for the health. And that health is inherent in you, but you don't know it. Are you getting that point? The health that you are looking for and going to the clinic, you don't go there, that person cannot give you health, because health is inherent in you. It helps you to remove the disease. No health clinic can give you health. They only can remove the disease. Is it understood, or it is something very tough? No doctor, no person can give you health. Only help you to remove the disease. If you are afraid of a disease called mortality, I don't want to die, I want to look for it. So you come to immortal clinic. This is the rishis, the knowledge, the wisdom is there. Come to the clinic. No rishi, no scriptures can give you immortality, because you are already immortal. They help you to remove your ignorance. This is very tricky. Listen carefully. Logically it's very nice. Remove your ignorance. But friends, in self-knowledge, you don't have to remove somebody's ignorance. Listen carefully, friends. Ignorance is there to stay. We'll make the two types of difference. One is ignorance of the world, ignorance of yourself. Ignorance of the world is there to stay. You cannot remove all the ignorance. Can you see everything in this universe? Can you hear all the sounds? Can you touch all the touches? Can you smell all that smells? You cannot. Ignorance about the relative world will be always there. Listen carefully. It's beautiful. And when you say you are ignorant of an object, what does it mean? Object is not there or thought is not there? Are you getting that point? When you say you are ignorant about an object, the object is not existing or your thought of the object is not existing. Your thought is not there. When you say you know the object, what does it mean? Not only the object of your knowledge existing, but the thought about the object also is existing. Are you getting that? So knowledge means the thought is existing, the object is also existing. Ignorance means the object is existing, but the thought is not existing. So relatively, ignorance means the absence of the thought, relatively. And the knowledge means the presence of the thought. This presence of the thought, how do you know? I know. I am conscious. This absence of the thought, how do you know? I know. Relative thought and absence of presence and absence of thought, you can never escape. But absolute knowledge, consciousness is inescapable. Are you getting that point, please? Do you see that? That is something always there. Nobody can give you that. Somebody can help you to be aware of it. That way, self-ignorance means, just like the ignorance of the flower means, flower is there, but you are ignorant. They show you the flower, and this ignorance shall go away. Ignorance will go away. But that takes away the ignorance only of the flower. It doesn't take away the ignorance of the whale or a star or anything like that. But that in whose presence you are aware of the ignorance of the flower or the knowledge of the flower, those are relative knowledge and relative ignorance. You are always that. But that consciously, whose presence I am aware of everything, not everybody knows. Say, I don't know myself. Listen carefully. Here the point comes fantastic. That I don't know myself. So what is problem, friends? Think. What is your problem? The problem is not the presence of knowledge, presence of the ignorance, the presence of consciousness. The problem is with the I. Think. Go relatively. Some object is there. You don't know about it. Any problem? Ignorance of things. Is it a problem to the object? Your physical body, does it have the problem of ignorance and knowledge? Your eyes, do they have a problem of ignorance and knowledge? Your thoughts, do they have a problem of ignorance and knowledge? No. Who has the problem? I don't know. Who is proud of knowledge? I know everything. That is the I. One who takes that thought to be himself is self-ignorant. He is proud of relative knowledge, proud of ignorance. He can be very haughty, stupid. The problem doesn't belong to the creation. The problem belongs to the I. I don't know. How do you know that you don't know? I know. What do you know? I don't know. When you know yourself, will you be proud? I know. What I know? I know that I know. Consciousness is always there. That you have to see in yourself. Just like, listen carefully, friends, death is not a problem. Living is not a blessing. I feel blessed for living. I feel frightened of death. This I. This flower has no sense of living and dying. Animals have no sense of living and dying. Space, air, fire, water, earth, nothing has a sense of living and dying. No conflict. The tree is not afraid of dying, neither it enjoys life. The physical body is not afraid of dying, is not afraid of aging. Who is afraid? I. I am afraid. I am aging. Body is not afraid. I am afraid. I am dying. Body is not afraid. Can anybody cure the aging? Can anybody cure the changing? But the scriptures, that is our knowledge, Upanishads, can cure the I which is afraid of aging and changing. Are you getting that point, please? Aging and changing cannot be stopped. That is why people go into that type of thing, that Kaya Kalpa. The fellow who is teaching Kaya Kalpa, he is false tooth, false hair, false color, all false. But he is telling Kaya Kalpa. And the body rolling like anywhere. And people are also, they are stupid to believe that and go and get money for that, all that nonsense. That there is death is not a problem. I am dying is a problem. That something is changing and aging is not a problem. I am changing and aging. So, when in the medical clinics they cure the disease, in the self-knowledge, immortality clinic, they cure the diseased, the I who feels I am dying. When that I is gone, listen carefully, when that I is gone, when you understand about yourself, neither death is a problem nor deathlessness is a bliss. Deathlessness is always a bliss, immortality, that is yourself. Always a bliss. Death is never a problem. Because death cannot be a problem. Change cannot be a problem unless you drag, I am dying, I am changing. Are you getting that point, please? That is why in deep sleep, why everybody is so blissful? Because the I fellow also is Any moment, friends, when I takes a little rest or it unconsciously disappears, you feel very blissful. It's like if you have experienced, suppose you are speaking sometimes, you are talking, then suddenly you feel, hey, not bad, I am talking very nice, finished. The moment that I thought comes up, every person goes crazy. They don't understand what it is. But once you see that reality for yourself, this I, if that is not there, the fear of death also is not there. Death is not frightening. Life is not a blessing. There are two different conditions. Body is not afraid of dying, body is not enjoying the youth. Deho na janati. Sense organs are not changing or dying. They have no sense of changing and dying. The thoughts have no sense of changing, dying. Only one thought, I. Individuality. So when we shall see tomorrow more about it. Yes, tomorrow we shall more about it. And locally, when you go to the doctors, they cure the disease, but they can't cure their own fear of death, no. Doctor cures everybody. Does he know that when his heart, does the heart surgeon knows when his heart attack, cardiac arrest to take place? Impossible. This is a very, very funny world, friends. Think of it, you will be so relieved. Somebody can help you to cure a disease. You remove the germ. Listen, say, cure the disease. Health is already there. In case of self-knowledge, you cannot cure the disease of change and death. Creation what is samsara? Samsarati, continuously changing and dying. If it doesn't change, doesn't end, there is something wrong with the creation. Samsara is a beautiful place. Samsare, samyak sare. Some people will define the samyak sare. Everything is absolutely wonderful here. Changes, nobody can stop. Listen carefully. Changes, nobody can stop. Changelessness, nobody can ever change, affect it. Listen carefully. Can anybody change the changing nature of the universe? Cannot. Can we stall the changes of the universe? Cannot. Nor can you initiate movement of the universe, can you? For the sun to rise, are you pushing the earth? Or sun is rising? For your own breathing, what is your contribution towards your breathing? Stop breathing, you will die. Nothing will happen to anybody else. What are you doing for breathing? Your heart is pumping continuously. What is your contribution towards your pumping heart? What was your contribution towards the birth of your body? Understand this egoless activity of the universe. The sun is shining not because of we are bringing up a snake and switch off. Can't. Water is flowing, quenches thirst. Did you create? The breeze is blowing. Did you create? Hunger comes. Did you create? Or you wait for the hunger to come? Simple things, sir. Sleep. Can you say, I'm going to sleep? You can say, I'm going to sleep. You lie down. But sleep? Create a sleep, let us see. Just now create a sleep. You can close your eyes. Sleep you have to wait for. Next. Can you wake up? Can you decide to wake up? It happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen. The man is dead in the sleep. Understand? Changing nature of the universe, nobody can stop. But that I am changing with the changing universe, that can be cured. So the samsara roga, the so-called physical diseases, if somebody can give you little leaf or water or something somewhere, some chemical, some food, something, medicine they call it, they may cure that for some time. But nobody can cure the death. That is the original disease. And why are you afraid of disease? Not because of the cold. That disease which you are not afraid of cold because you will go without or with the medicine. 7 days or 1 week. You are afraid of cancer. You are afraid of heart attack. Why? It will kill you. Nobody is afraid of disease. You are afraid of death. That is the original disease. When a child is born, it comes. You can tell, you don't know what he will be, an idiot or a superstar. But you can very clearly say, this fellow will die. That death is not a problem. I am dying is the problem. So when the world is busy in curing diseases, nice, nothing wrong, make the living comfortable. Upanishads come to cure that. The I thought which says, dragging the death to itself. I am dying. I don't know what will happen. At the last moment of your life, when your retirement has happened, money is gone, wife is dead, husband is out, everybody is gone, you are dying. What threatens you? Who feels frightened? Oh, I'm going old now. I'm getting forgetful. I'm going to die now. Will you remember? I'm going to watch the Olympics, World Cup football, IPL. The whole world can be celebrating, but you are facing your death alone. Why? I am dying. When that one which is afraid of death, that is gone, finished. So death is not, you conquer death, you conquer yourself. When I is not there, are you getting that point? When you are not there, let the changes happen, you enjoy the changes. That is what we shall see tomorrow. Bhagavan says in Kathopanishad, Mrityu-tasya upasejanam bhavati. People who are aware of this immortality, awareness in themselves, death becomes a pickle for life. Because if the changes are not happening, will you enjoy the life? Same day, same moment, now stick. Will you like it? Oh boy, boring. Boring, impossible. So that continuously changing, so you are continuously excited because you are absolutely thrilled with yourself, call it immortality, whatever. So the health clinic, you go for the health. They cure the disease, they don't give you health. In case of this self-knowledge also. They don't cure anything. World is world, creation is creation. Immortality is immortality, mortality is mortality. In between the two, there is one fellow is unnecessarily bothered. So that one is understood and life is absolutely fulfilling. Okay? Thank you. Come for the clinic, attending clinic next day, tomorrow. As we shall see tomorrow, the same thing with more little elaboration. So many points I could not point to tell it out to you. Anyway, we shall see that, friends, leisurely, but you see it for yourself. As I told you, you see the pictures, postcards, picture postcards. That doesn't remember. You see the picture postcard of St. Lucia, Himalayas, or Amazon, or Alaska. How much you remember in your head? Because you picture postcards. But if you have to visit Alaska, you visit Himalayas, can you ever forget? All the word pictures are there in all the books. When you see what they are talking about is myself, and you see it what it is, will you ever forget? Impossible. Close your eyes. Thank you, friends. A simple example. No? I'm speaking words, you are listening. I stop speaking, you stop listening. But do you become unconscious? But because I stop speaking, am I not myself? No thoughts, still there. Thoughts, always there. Simple thing. Please see it again and again. Any difficulty, you can always write a question and put it here. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. We'll have the class tomorrow.